So you've done your research, you've taken the time, you've found a good car, you found a great deal. Now it's time for the test drive, right? This is where I say go Doug DeMuro style. That means touch all the buttons, push everything, make sure everything works, because this is your time to find out what's broken. Not only is it important to find out what's broken now, but it also gives you some more negotiation if things are broken, because you can start subtracting it just like you do your taxes. Those are deductions. Just because it's wintertime doesn't mean you don't check the air conditioning. Just because it's summertime doesn't mean you don't check the heat. Don't forget that. A lot of dealerships will do multi-point inspections for usually like 100 to 150 depending on the brand, but it's something that I'd say is worth it. On the outside of the car, you want to look for dents, dings, anything that looks like it was repaired, worked on, or out of place. Again, more things that you can add as deductions. This brings me to another good point. Just because something's not on the Carfax doesn't mean it didn't happen, because a lot of people will get into accidents and they might just pay for everything and keep it off of the insurance and handle it in-house, and it may never show up on the Carfax. So this is where you find out if this car has ever been in any accidents or has had any major repairs. Make sure you test out the radio, because nobody wants broken speakers. Be sure to check your lights, your suspension, your gauges, because you could have electrical issues that are a deeper problem. I've heard a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people pop the hood on a car and they stare into it, and I always wonder, do they really know what they're looking at? Or are they just looking to see if they can find the future in that car? I can tell you that you're not gonna find the answer to life's problems under the hood, but what you're looking for are hoses that are worn and broken. You're looking for any sort of, pretty much anything that looks like it's out of place, anything that recently was worked on, so you can ask the owner or the car dealership about that problem. You wanna listen for any strange noises. A quick reference I like to use is this Napa commercial right here, where this lady walks in and she explains that her car is making all sorts of noise. Check this out.
Hey Rick, what's that?
Pretty much this is where common sense comes into play, and if you don't have that common sense, then you might want to bring someone with you or take the car somewhere and have it checked out. But I'd say if you hear any noises that are strange and someone tries to tell you that it's normal, you got to use your best judgment. Now when you're on the test drive, be sure to drive the car how you normally would drive it. And it doesn't mean to scare the life out of the person that's giving you the test drive, but it means to push the car a little bit, do a quick little acceleration, see how the car handles it, check the brakes, see how the car feels, there's no wobbles, any shakes, vibrations, check for all of those things, because now you're talking about safety, and that's really important. Lastly, I'd say make sure that you check the tires. It's not really a big deal because those are wear items, but it gives you a negotiation standpoint if you're someone that doesn't want to pay for a new set of tires on a car you just bought. Or you can set it up so that you can deduct a little bit of that and explain to the seller that, hey, I have to buy new tires for the car. Maybe you can work with me on the price here. There's a cool trick that I'm gonna make a video on. It's called the penny or the quarter trick. There's a couple different ones. So it's something that I thought I'd share. So stay tuned for that. Now that you've finished up your test drive and you may or may not have taken the car to a service department to have it checked out, or a mechanic of your choice, this is where you start talking about the price. And be sure to talk about the things that caught your eye, because every single thing that was mentioned earlier, those are negotiation points. You can say that the car was a rental car. You can say that the AC is not working. That's going to be a major repair. You can say that it's making noises and it concerns you, and that's going to be a problem that you're going to have to address. This is the art to negotiation. You can't be afraid to speak up about what bothers you, or explain what you think is fair. The last tip I want to leave you guys with is, if you haven't driven any of these cars in really good condition, don't be afraid to go to the dealership and drive one in really good condition, maybe one or two. So that way, if you're looking on Craigslist or a used car lot or something like that, you can find one and compare it to something that is in tip-top or better condition. Otherwise, you're kind of going in blind if you don't know what a car is supposed to feel like when it drives. Thank you guys for checking out yet another episode of LJ's Garage. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. Let me know down below what you think of these buying tips, or if you have any others that you think other people would enjoy hearing. Be safe out there and happy shopping.